Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more Frostpunk The Last Autumn. We are making our way through the final stages of assembling the generator and we are many days ahead of schedule. 5 full days ahead and we are about to go into the next workday, which I'm fairly happy with. We're also finishing up with our outpost out here. Looks like they'll have one more delivery for us and that'll be the remainder of all of the food on the map. So at that point, I think we're going to end up having a few more workers back at home, which is not necessarily a bad thing. We've got a couple of miscellaneous jobs we're trying to catch up on. We want to finish our production run of steam exchanges, so we have ample use of the supercharge ability. We also have a couple of steel composites, and I think we're doing fairly well as far as the profiles are concerned. So at this rate, I think what we're going to do is... But we're going to be importing some wood. We're going to turn that into coal. I think that should be a pretty good return on investment for us. And we're going to make sure that our stockpiles are nice and high. So when the ocean does freeze, we still have plenty of supply. So either way, let's go ahead and get time up and rolling. We have moved a few things around from the last episode in case you missed it. We've chucked a couple of our workshops further out. We put in a new infirmary and... we've even put in a new council square just to help us out with the motivational losses and gain and all of that. Alright, so there is a charcoal kiln. We're not going to use them just yet. I'm still trying to finish up those other jobs, but I'm sure we'll catch up to that sooner than later. Again, as soon as one of these thermal hulls is ready, we will be going ahead and, well, we'll have an extra 50 workers. So that will certainly help out our economy. Alright, so let's go ahead and wait a couple of hours and we'll go ahead and do a service. That'll help keep our motivation nice and high. We've done a pretty good job of being able to balance our current position, so we're not losing too much. We seem to be more or less balanced, which at this point I'm fairly happy with. Alright, so either way, let's go ahead and see. Yep, motivation has dropped drastically. That is... rather bad, but we can go ahead and recoup some. We did make one choice in the event yesterday. Basically, we came clean to our workers and we told them what was going on. There were some rumors circulating about London, and we thought for the best of things, we would address it straight at the beginning and not beat around the bush. So, yeah, they know exactly what's going on. So, again, if they had found out later on, I feel like that could have led to more strikes and other issues, so we must do what we must. Alright, so, in the meantime, what do we want? Go for some extra food generation. Do we think we can make enough food? You know what? At this current moment in time, I think we'll still have a little bit of extra room for food storage. Oh, and we have another steam core arrive. I think, realistically... where is our cookhouse? Yeah, we have one here and then another one by the docks. They're both making standard meals. You know what? We'll give it a second and we'll see how much they produce, but I think we'll burn through this relatively quickly. So either way, let's go ahead and preemptively call on in another steam core. Yeah, the more of those we have available, the better. If we can store up enough food rations, we might convert one of these back to a standard dock and, yeah, just increase the amount of production we have. Alright, so let's see, 50.2 per hour, that's going through 26 food. That's 52 food per hour. And, yeah, that's certainly more than we are producing right now, so I think we'll be all good in that regard. Yep, and that's going to certainly help out our supply situation. In fact, if we do go to food rations, that'll be another 1,800 meals. Yeah, I think we should be alright. Let's go ahead and we'll leave it for now. We may end up making a couple more storages just for some extra coal, extra wood, all of that sort of thing. But again, we will shuffle things as necessary. We are working on our charcoal kiln thermostats, even though we aren't actively using them. Having some better efficiency for when that does come around is going to be particularly nice. We do have, let's see, Yeah, just under 24 hours before things will get colder again. So if that is the case, we may want to stay nice and warm. As much as I would like some extra coal production, I'm thinking, what do we want? Allows us to raise the temperature by 2 levels at the cost of doubling its coal use, or going ahead and extending the range of things. I think at this stage we'll go with the improved heating. I think that's going to be fine. Again, we are not really using coal, so we have a silly amount in store, and we're going to have a whole stack more very soon, especially when we get these workers from these timber deliveries. So let's just quickly double check. Yeah, we're seeming to build up a little bit of a stockpile at the moment. We're not going through it as fast as it's being dumped on in. Yeah, it's fairly close, but I think that'll be good. Again, also too, we're not really needing the timber as of this current moment in time, so that's not the worst. We could also potentially see about maybe increasing our bathhouses, maybe build another one if we so desire, just to make sure almost all of our people are nice and healthy. But again, our medical capacity is particularly nice, and we're not really suffering. Yeah, we have a worker. He's sick for about an hour. That's, yeah, we are well and truly doing a-okay. All right, let's see what this next problem is. Hopefully it's not another strike. All right, survivors from the south. Okay, so workers you so selflessly decided to rescue talked our people into going on strike. They now demand more. Okay, so again, same demands as last time. This is kind of ridiculous. We could technically use our people's militia, but we're not going to use lethal force. That's just ridiculous. We'll let them strike. We'll negotiate with them. Whereabouts are they upset? Not over here. Where is the strike taking place? Hang on a second. Maybe that's a game bug, because I'm not seeing... Oh wait, there they are. Okay, so that's at the foundry. How long does this stay? People working here are on strike. This facility won't function until it's resolved. Fine, let's negotiate. It is what it is. I don't think we have any particularly good options. Yeah, I don't think we have any other way of dealing with this. So let's just negotiate. Let's see. Appease them with double rations. Oh, lose 2 food rations. Discontent will rise. The strike will fall. Okay, so realistically, it's there's the one guy at that workplace has gone on strike. Okay, you know what? We'll appease them. 2 food rations is so insignificant. Yes, we gain a lot of discontent there. But realistically, we are still trying to finish up these last couple of composites, and at least it wasn't a more expensive cost from elsewhere. So realistically, I'm kind of glad that that happened over there and not elsewhere. All right, well, either way, we'll make things better. We have the public house. That should be pretty good at burning down some discontent. But we can also go ahead and do a motivational speech. No, that's for motivation. Actually, we don't have much else that can help us with discontent outside of the bare knuckle bouts. But again, we're not really too troubled as it currently stands. Yeah, not too troubled at all. And it does look like we are making a solid amount of food rations. Excellent. All right, that's really what we want to see. Do we produce some more? Set some more to storage? You know what? We'll see how much. So we know when the ocean freezes over, we'll need to stay for about 6 days with nothing extra. So, you know, let's let's see about making as many as possible. Realistically, our our motivational loss isn't too terrible. We should be okay. Oh, and we forgot to do the supercharge ability during today. Whoopsie daisies. All right, well, either way, we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that at the beginning of tomorrow, and that should probably take us through most of the way. Let's see. Improved blowers for the brazers. That should be fine. We've only got one up and running at this stage. I think that's hanging out. There we are. Yeah, only during the work shift. Everywhere seems to be sufficiently toasty. Yep, okay, that's good. If for some reason that temperature drop does start causing some issues, we will put in a few more and keep everybody warm again. If people are warm, they're not going to get sick and all of that jazz. Yeah, and again, yeah, still being 6 days ahead of schedule, that is so very nice. Yeah, the fact that we can blitz through this so quickly is fantastic, and able to send 100 workers directly into this is just going to save us so much trouble. I do possibly wonder whether we should put some more people into our people's militia, though. If we have a look at our work conditions, yeah, everyone's nice and safe. We have one worker working. Does it have any alternate effects? I can't quite remember, or whether that's just the actions that it gives us. Let's check. Okay, lowers discontent by giving people... Yeah, by giving workers a sense of safety. Okay, so it just is what it is. Maybe if we put in maybe 1 or 2 more workers, that wouldn't be the end of the world, just to mitigate some of that discontent potentially. But I think we're doing all right. What do we want to do? In fact, you know what? Let's take one of the workers from the cookhouse and we'll send them there. Just make sure that there's always someone in there. People can eat on different schedules. People can sleep while the other person's awake, kind of thing. You know, just making sure that the discontent that does come about can be dealt with as effectively as possible. I think that would be rather good. Outside of that, I don't think we need any more workers. We're about to get that last... Oh, well, the penultimate delivery of food. That storage seems to be handled fairly well. We still have 1,000 steel for us to gain here, so again, I'm not sure what we're going to need so much steel for. I suppose potentially we could start upgrading some of these tents to houses or something. I don't know, if the sea freezes over and they say we have to make this our brand new home and we'll never return, maybe that will be a thing for us to deal with. It's kind of hard to tell. But either way, there's the motivation dropping once again during the day. Not as bad as last time. But let's go ahead and do a motivational speech. That takes us back up to roughly where we were. Yeah, I think we're balancing fairly safely. So let's see how cold things get now that the next temperature drop is here. Okay, well, where are we at? Let's go ahead and check. Oh wait, we need to let's watch the thermostat drop. Yeah, there we are, down to minus 20 degrees Celsius. Okay, and how cold are things now? Okay, well, the hull is cold, but again, we don't have the brazier running right now. In fact, hang on a second. Hang on a second, let's see. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, you'll be up and running at 8 o'clock. Okay, so that's fine. That'll go from chilly to livable. Yeah, and then once we get that upgrade, that'll go back to comfortable. And realistically, being so far ahead, our workers are not going to have to worry about the dangers of working in a cold environment for more than an hour or two. Okay, extra steam core, fantastic. Let's go ahead and call on in another. That seems to be the best thing for us. Realistically, I don't think we're going to need more than 8 prosthetics at this stage. So let's just get that steam core called back on in. Again, as quickly as we can, we will shuffle in as many as possible. Again, once we get as much food as we possibly need, then I think we'll start reducing. But again, we never know when a steam core could be particularly useful. So having more is always a good thing, I dare say. Alright, well, people are back to work. 99% efficiency here is good. Let's go ahead and use our supercharge ability. That takes it down to 12 hours remaining. And with a couple of absences, I would assume, yeah, we have 6 people absent. We may even be able to get this finished today if we are quite lucky, which would just be the best thing since sliced bread. So, let's see. Temperatures. Let's just double check. Is anywhere cold? No. Infirmaries are nice and toasty. We even have heating if necessary. The docks are a little bit cool, so we could go ahead and, yep. Also, our tents are now cold. Okay, we'll start to work on that in a second. So, tech tree. Let's go for the radiator extensions. That'll double the coal output. Double the coal usage. But that should mean we need less of them to keep everybody warm. So I think it's worth the cost. And that'll only take us how many hours? Approximately... Wait a second. Yeah, 6 hours. So that will be done by the end of day. Yeah, we're not going to waste any time on that. Yeah, then I think we'll start working on some of that charcoal. That charcoal production. That'll be very nice. And especially too, if we're bringing in... I think it's around 900 wood per day. Yeah, 960. We can certainly make a ridiculous amount of coal if we send some of these workers over here while they finish up doing their other jobs. Alright, so let's see. Still 9 hours left. You know what? Maybe this might be a job that's going to get finished tomorrow. But still, that is fine by me. Again, 8 days ahead of schedule. That's a full week. Yeah, that's a huge difference because realistically, if we were just on schedule for where they wanted us to be, we would still have another 2 temperature drops for us to contend with. We would still have this place being particularly cold. That would be really bad. Although, hang on a second. We're still in only livable conditions. That's not quite right. Do we have to kick up the heating level? Yes, we do. Okay, we'll go ahead and do that. That should mean... There we are. Everybody is nice and healthy. Those 100 workers are going to stay nice and happy. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be working on a project like that in the blazing cold. That would be horrendous. Yeah, all that extra wind chill, the snow hitting... Yeah, no, you definitely want to stay nice and warm. Alright, but it looks like the herd of reindeer has been depleted, so it's time to recall our foragers. Let's send them to the construction site. They'll be back before tomorrow. We have no more points of interest at this stage, so I guess we can just put them into work. Probably start making a little bit of coal for us. Yeah, that should be fine. Alright, let's also double check and see how much progress we're making here with these steam exchanges. We're down to 31 queued up. Oh, and we have something happening at the generator. Hold on. The beginning of the end. Let us go. Okay. Sir, a group of people asked you to let them go home aboard the ship, or aboard the last ships. We didn't sign up to be polar explorers. We don't want to be stranded here. We know the company will fire us, but it's better to be poor and alive. Huh. Okay, so if we refuse, discontent will rise, motivation will fall, both by a great proportion, of which seems unreasonable. We need you here for extra motivation, or we agree. Okay, so some people will leave the camp in 2 days. Discontent will fall, some people will leave. I like the extra motivation, but at the same time too, having a few less mouths to feed isn't going to be the end of the world for us. And it says some people, so you know what? This is tricky. I don't want to keep people here, but if we say that we need them, they may be willing to stay. Also too, we know that this is a death sentence to leave the generator. Well, you know what? With an extra week of work ahead, we'll just go ahead and agree. Discontent will fall. Some people will leave in 2 days. It is what it is, but I think it's for the best. Yeah, we'll have enough workers to maintain our situation here. And again, as I said, having extra food rations isn't going to be a bad thing. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and set you for that there. Let's also go ahead and construct an alternative depot just in case we need more resources. Let's go ahead and we will pop this... Actually, hang on a second. Why can't we pop that there? Oh, there was a smoke plume in the way. But you know what? We can happily dismantle that road there. That's not traveling anywhere. In fact, we could probably just, yeah, zip all the way back to there. And then, yeah, we'll make the most of that inner circle. We'll pop that in there. Oh, right, of course. I forgot about the street. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Okay, cool. Well, we'll have another one. We'll probably set that to coal. We'll try and build up our production there. It does look like we've got 6 hours of work left. You know, I'm tempted. Maybe we just go for a regular day. We'd still be safe if we use a couple of protective structures. And, yeah, that'll mean we don't have to worry about this and we can redistribute those workers quite comfortably. Yeah, you know what? We're going to go ahead and do this. We'll do that a little bit closer to 4 o'clock. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be okay with the overtime. Again, a little bit of protective structures isn't going to cost us much. It'll only cost us 8. We'll still have 3 remaining. I don't know if we can use them for the upgrades, but again, we seem to have some pretty solid safety measures in place. Alright, let's see what's going on here. People's militia. There's a purge. Okay. Sir, the militia rounded up all the engineers they consider troublesome. Oh dear. This lot has been causing trouble all along. Let's end it once and for all so that we can finally concentrate on building the generator. They're talking about mass execution? And they're not asking for your permission. Whoa, 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 whoa. Engineers will die? Discontent will fall? No, 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 no. That is... We have to sign the terror if... That is horrible. Okay, yeah, no, we definitely went way too far with that people's militia. Yeah, I kind of regretted it after taking it, but we're really continuing to suffer for those poor decisions. I do apologize. Unfortunately, I know that the terror is the final step, and we really don't want to go that far. I guess some of those engineers will die. We're not going to sign off on this. Yeah, I don't think we can sign... I'm not willing to sign that final measure into place. We're just going to have that happen. Oh. Motivation really, really hurts. Discontent is bad. I guess we're now going to have to use the morgue yet again. Oh man, this is so unfortunate. Apparently it may take a couple of hours for those bodies to be collected. Okay, but we'll ship them off back home. Hopefully that recovers a little bit of our motivation. 7 engineers died. Okay, so we're going to shut down the infirmary. We'll send workers there, and if you get sick, that's your own jolly fault. Our engineers are still going to be focused on our production, on our technology production. That is truly what is needed. Let's see, we have 1 extra worker in the hub. I guess you're now going back to produce some technology. And then... Where is a worker? We need to... You know what? We'll take one of those workers and we'll send him there to try and be an engineer. We're going to take the buddy that that engineer was working with. So hopefully he can learn a little bit better. Ouch, that really hurts. That hurts us incredibly. We'll also go ahead and take a couple of those workers. We'll send them to the infirmary. We'll keep that up and running, so at least if people get sick, they have somewhere to go. But, you know, this is on them. That was a terrible decision by them. Yeah. I strongly disavow those lunatics. But unfortunately, we're not... If we have a look at our book of laws, to sign terror in... Look at that. That is the end of the way. Yeah, a healthy society must be free of parasites for the good of the working masses. Enemies of the people will be eliminated. Nah, I'm sorry, but that is ridiculous and unwanted. Yeah, 1 person will be executed each day. No way, Jose, will we... Yeah, there's no way that we would ever be passing that. That is completely unreasonable. I passed that people's militia in thinking that they'd maybe be peacekeepers or police, but I didn't realize that they were going to become such radical idiots. Oh, man, that's so annoying. For such a good run so far, with the production going so well, I'm really disappointed that we've got to this position. It's quite disappointing. Alright, well, what do we do with what time we have left? I suppose we'll go for the charcoal kiln. Producing coal 33% faster. That's a solid upgrade. We will need some more coal. I don't think we need the heaters. Brazers are fully upgraded. We've got that radiator extension. Healthcare insulation, not too important. Neither are the heaters. So let's just get the coal up and running. Yeah, it is what it is. Oh. Alright, also with that in mind, let's go ahead and get the tents taken care of as far as warmth is concerned. We'll go ahead and... I think we may need to put in another road so we can adequately heat all of these buildings. Yeah, let's build a road. It's got to go a little bit further around. Pop that there just for good measure. So that'll be one that goes there. We'll need another one that goes, say... Where could we put it? Could put one in there, then put another small one here. Yeah. It's not ideal, but it's going to be what it is. You know what, they'll build those after work, so I'm not too concerned. We'll figure out the logistics later. Let's see, it's getting closer to 1600 hour, but still not quite there. Alright, and with half an hour left in their shift, we're going to go ahead and tell them that things are changing. We'll chuck up those structural profiles, do that on both of them, and that'll mean that we'll be finished in 4 hours. Oh, not quite. Well, we almost got it done by the end of day, but I guess it is what it is. Yeah, still 9 days ahead of schedule. We are so far in advance. I'm so glad we have this before the cold starts setting in. This place would be horrible to work if that were the case, but we seem to be doing all right.
Workers, enjoy your well-earned rest.
Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll put them back to those shorter shifts. We get a little bit of extra efficiency thanks to the after-hours maintenance. So since we have that in effect and we'll have that discontent, we may as well do what we can there. Let's send... Let's see, what else could we do? Yeah, the infirmary is working, but not really too troublesome. We have some people with some warmth now. That should be set to 24 hours. Heating level of just 1 shall suffice. We'll get this other one built. How are we doing there? Yep, again, not too bad. Let's see, where do we need the final ones? I think we'll need to end up putting in a road up along here, so let's go ahead and do that. We may as well go the whole length, just that way we don't have to worry about figuring out the precise spot. Oh, but there we go. It looks like that will be good enough anyway. Hang on a second, where's our... Yeah, I think that's... Hang on, let's go ahead and let time go by. Yep, we're just waiting for that to turn on and show its radius. There we go. Okay, now we can make a better informed decision. Yeah, that house over there does need to get that, so let's go ahead and pop that there. And then with the remnants, let's follow... I guess we'll go ahead and pop this here too. Alright, a little bit of overlap, but that'll be fine for now. Let's check in on the other buildings. The docks do need one as well. Let's go ahead and make sure that that is being taken care of. Yeah, we're going to need to build more road. That's fine. Bring that all the way up to the edge, and we will swing this as close as possible. Okay, and now we can go ahead and throw one more on each. Let's go. I think there should be good enough. Actually, you know what? Maybe we could go ahead and put the road a little bit further down as well. Yeah, trying to make the most of that there, and we can dismantle this little section. Oh, wait a second. That was my bad. I went just a little bit too far. There we are. Now we can build that about here. That should hit the workplaces as well, keep them nice and toasty. And then we can pop this down there as well. Invalid. Okay, I guess we have to put it here. Alright, well, that'll be good enough. Alright, keep everybody nice and warm. We'll set those to working hours, of course. Make sure that we have no trouble there. And I think that should be all well and good. Let's set that to work hours. Single level of heat should be good. And again, let's not burn any extra coal. Yeah, 220 per day. That's fine by me. We have about 4 days worth of coal. Yeah, this is going to be fine. Okay, charcoal kilns should finish up fairly quickly. And after that, what do we want to do? I don't think we really have too much left. Maybe efficient gathering. That'll be a nice thing to have. And then maybe some healthcare insulation. Yeah, maybe some healthcare insulation. That's probably about it. So realistically, yeah, we've almost finished everything we need to do. But that is going to be for us to figure out in the next one. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content. And I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.